Hi everyone, my name is Maren Scalone.
And I'm Keith Cartwright.
And welcome to Weathering Together.
Yeah, so what is Weathering Together? Weathering Together is something that Maren and I have been ruminating about. We like to ruminate for some time now. And I think Weathering Together, the first time I heard it, when it really stuck to me in terms of this idea to reach more people, came from the book What Happened to You by Dr. Bruce Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And in that book, Oprah's talking about the idea of resilience and kind of questioning to Dr. Perry. So resilience is this idea of weathering the storm. And Dr. Perry said, yes, sort of, but the important piece of that is weathering together. And so Maren and I, in our shared work, get an opportunity to talk to a lot of different communities about this idea of weathering together and the importance of human connection. And maybe you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and really within that work, and as we've had these conversations and been lucky enough to do presentations, conversations, campaigns surrounding what really is this underlying concept of weathering that storm together, of creating resilience through human connection, we have said and ruminated on an opportunity to be able to expand upon what we've learned from one another, from ourselves, from the state as a whole and beyond. And we really wanted to create a space where we could dive deeper into those topics, those conversations, and those connections that we've gotten to do so far.
Yeah, so Weathering Together, where you are now, at the heart of that will be this podcast, Weathering Together. Maren and I joke all the time, but now it's not joking. We end up in these 2-hour long conversations, at the end of which we say we really should have recorded that. And not so much because we've got tons of knowledge or information that other people don't have, but in the process of our discussions, I think we model a way to learn from one another. And I think in our minds, it's the opportunity we all have to learn from one another and weather together. So there will be certainly a podcast. Maren and I get a chance to do a lot of different presentations across the state. So many of those will be available here, as well as many that we will create just based on some things that we find out you all would like to know and hear more about. So we're really excited. Weathering Together isn't just a tagline. It's really something we hope to build and in the grand, I think, dream and vision of things, that we can take at least a little step, together to help us all understand the importance of weathering life together. It's not about just weathering life, but doing it together. So.
Yeah. And so we hope that you enjoy what you have and check out the MyNeo Network, start to explore, and we hope that you feel connected and that this is a space for you to connect and you to weather with one another together and to connect with each other and yourself a little bit more.